Alright guys, I am Master Zerg from YG Gaming, bringing you another wonderful episode. And in this one I decided I'm going to show you kind of the strategy. It might not, obviously this isn't proportional, again, not proportional, but the kind of strategy you want to use if the player is going with an army composition like this. As a Zerg player, Hydralisks can do a lot of damage, these guys can do a lot of damage. So one really good strategy, you have, whoops, you have maybe three or four overlords, and you fill them up with banelings. And what this will do is the other player will either, first of all, the other player is going to have to instantly target these overlords, but also put up his force fields. Because if you don't put up your force fields, these lings will completely surround. I need to add a few more lings to make it even. So what will happen is, if he doesn't put up his force fields, he's going to be stuck. So say he goes in here, he's got to put in his force fields all around his army. You send your overlords in. I don't know why they didn't go back in. Well, yeah. What? Well, okay. So not what I wanted to show you, but okay. What I wanted to show you was when you have these guys, and what you do is you fill them up with banelings. Let me show you that again. But what happens is, if you don't just move like that, the Protoss player will probably end up winning that fight. But you just fill up your overlords, you fill them up with the stuff you need, you hotkey them. Let's say you're going to go and attack. The other player is going to force field their army in to keep them protected. Obviously. Okay, let's try this one more time, but this time have it so that the overlords have overlord speed, so you guys can actually see them get to the drop. Otherwise, it's going to take them about 10 days to get to the Protoss army. So this time, you get to see the actual thing after 2 fails, but it's okay. So what you do is you fill up the overlords, you send them in. Obviously, the Protoss player doesn't want to get hit by all those banelings. So you're going to send these guys in right on top of the army and instantly just completely shred the army, and leaving the rest of your army to go in and kill stuff. And what this does, it basically just puts the banelings right on top of the player's army and makes them very vulnerable to short-range bursts, which are banelings. So a few of these guys right on top of the army will destroy them, as you saw there. And obviously keep in mind I don't have upgrades on either side, so this is maybe like if the other player is going for early game, they won't have this much most likely. Zerg will probably have this much or more, but this is kind of just to show you. So against Protoss, there's a lot of things you can do. Against Zerg, there's a lot of things you can do. If you're gonna play Protoss, I'd suggest you don't force field yourself completely in. Try to do a little. I'll show you right here. Try to do something like this, where you just force field the banelings out and then micro, so that you kind of and maybe target fire the banelings, just to keep the damage minimal, because that way, and you can put a guardian shield up or whatever, because that way you take a lot less damage, and you can see how this actually wins. So you can see how much difference it makes. So that helps a lot. Keep that in mind, guys, when you're playing. Try to do some crazy things, some funny. StarCraft's all about having fun. It doesn't matter if you win or lose, so that's really fun to do. Doing baneling drops on the other person's army. So if you guys try that out, let me know how it goes. Leave it in the comments below. I look forward to seeing it. I'm going to end the video right here. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video. Peace!